Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. We'll begin with Mike Kliss, 9 News.
Sean, a big difference between last year and this year has been defense. 70 points in game three in Florida last year, 7 points in game three this year. Could you just speak to
Well,
maybe
obviously, Mike,
go ahead.
go ahead with the question.
Well, I was going to say how you and George addressed it personnel wise. And then I know it's a different offense. And then the job of Vance
An
Joseph.
entirely different team. It's an entirely different team. We played a different team. So uniquely, we're pulling out week three's game against Miami last year. Is that what we're doing? And then comparing it to this year's week three. So yeah, it was a better result this year.
Parker Gabriel, Denver Post.
Hey, Sean, you got the two red zone touchdowns in the first half, and obviously a couple fourth down conversions too. But, 2 of 4 in the red zone, 4 of 13 overall on third down. I'm just curious when you went back and watched what you thought of sort of like overall execution.
I haven't had a chance to watch yet.
Okay.
So that's one of the challenges. Obviously, I look at those numbers on the bus. We had the 2 fourth down conversions. I thought we were better on third down. We took a knee, but I haven't had a chance to watch the tape yet.
Eric Dalala, DenverBroncos.com.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned the 2-minute drive there yesterday as being a key point in the game. Just what did you see from the sideline of that stretch, and then what have you liked about what the team's been able to do in 2 minutes so far this season?
Yeah, I think a couple things. Just when it was one of those things watching, just when maybe Tampa got a little momentum. What I was pleased with was we were able to kind of punch back, and it happened twice in the game. But we had the fumble, then we have the touchdown, but then we're able to punch back, and I think that's important relative to the momentum that maybe we obviously we didn't do as well in Seattle.
Zach Stevens, DNVR.
Hey, Coach, what allowed you to run the ball really effectively in the second half?
Well, look, we got to a few quarterback read runs, which, as they load the front, how do you get your number back? Well, one way of doing that is your quarterback becomes a threat. And so there were 2 or 3 instances where it might have been a give a day or a keep. And I think there were a couple designs that helped us. And then we blocked it well.
Andrew Mason, The Fan.
Sean, looking back on Sunday, what did you see from the pre-snap and substitution process and the level of efficiency it had?
All of that went pretty smooth.
Troy Rank, The Denver Post.
Coach, how do you decide the balance on the Bo Nix? He shows the ability to run, and it looks like he knows how to protect himself. Do you strike a balance, or is it literally kind of left up to what he sees on how much he's going to end up running as a quarterback?
Well, there's 2 ways he can end up running, right? He can scramble on a pass play, and then he's got to be smart, or he can be involved in the run game plan. So there's not as much control on the A. The B, there's a little bit more control relative to what we're doing that week and who we're playing.
Chris Thomason, The Gazette.
Yes, John, just wondering what you thought of Dondrea Tillman getting 2 sacks in his NFL debut, and what kind of gave you the confidence to throw him out there immediately for 20 snaps in a big game like that?
Well, we weren't going to just let the other 3 play 60 snaps or 50 snaps. So a guy like that was coming up. He's got to be playing in the kicking game and then getting snaps on defense. I was pleased with his effort. He's strong. I'd mentioned early in the week, we'd seen and felt comfortable. We'd seen a lot from him. And I was excited to see him take advantage of the opportunity.
Arnie Stapleton, Associated Press.
Hey, Sean, staying out east, do you change anything in your schedule this week with the guys, or do you try to keep it as close to the routine as you would have if you were back in Denver?
Yeah, we're on exactly like we were back in Denver relative to our times. We just don't deal with the time change now.
Gotcha.
Coach, that appears to be all the questions that we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.